guidance. I thought I'd hop on here for a few moments and share with you guys this amazing book I've read before, but I like to reference back to it to kind of keep me in perspective. I'm here at one of my local parks, and it's such a beautiful day. I don't know if you can see the lake in the background, but I want to share with anyone that happens to come along my page and just hear some words of encouragement from this amazing book, and something we can all learn from and implement in our lives. So here's the book here. It's the 20 Universal Ways of Oneness taught by the spirit of an enlightened dog. There's so many things we can learn from dogs. Anyway, it's called Mason's Way. And Mason's Way is a book of the universal ways of oneness that is here to lay the framework for humanity to move into the new golden age of harmony. Each characteristic of enlightenment is taught through the channeled words of a spiritual leader. Rachel Fioria, which is the writer of this book, was first shown to her through the life and death of a very special dog named Mason. Mason was a living role model to each way of oneness. His death opened the channel to receive full teachings of the way directly from the universe. These 20 spiritual decrees are now offered as gifts to you to elevate your level of consciousness, connect you to your source of divine power, and set you on your own path to becoming an awakened being. Mason's Way is the way to true spiritual enlightenment. Hello to whoever has chimed in. I'm reading this book. It's called The 20 Universal Ways of Oneness. Come back if you want. But it's just kind of giving us some ways of living more intentional, with joy, love, and integrity in our hearts. So I'm going to start from the chapter. Also, before I begin, I wanted to tell you guys that I am grounding. So whatever I always inform you guys to do, I do myself. So it's a beautiful day out here in my neck of the woods. The sun is shining. It is still a little chilly. It's probably about 60 degrees, but as you see, the cherry blossom trees, everything is blossoming right now. And so I'm grounding, trying to recharge, get my energy levels up, clear out some of these chakras so I can continue to convey messages to you all through my YouTube channel. So again, for people that are logging on, I'm just sharing this moment with you guys. I'm here at a park and just, again, trying to spend some time with self-love, self-care, and again, share some thoughts with you guys and some information from this book. And I'm reading from this chapter, The Way of Integrity. And I'll begin to read. Hopefully some people stay in. If not, that's okay too. But let's begin. In ethics, integrity is regarded as the honesty and truthfulness of accuracy of one's actions. It is also defined as the state of being whole and undivided. Mason was certainly whole and undivided, and Mason is a dog that she references in this book. He just moved through his life as this being of light. You can't be of light and lack integrity. Mason exemplified integrity in the canine sense, in that he just was always going to show up in this loving, trusting, gentle, and harmless way. There was never a surprise shift in his temperament or personality. He never snuck into the other room so he could chew on things that weren't his toys. He never climbed onto the furniture that he wasn't allowed on. He never stole food from the countertops or tables. You could always depend on him to do what he was supposed to do, to behave in the ways he was supposed to behave. He was consistently honest in his actions. He was always there for you in the highest way. You could always trust him. You knew he was never going to snap or growl or bite. This boy's bladder would burst open before he'd allow himself to have an accident in the house. He was just good. He was good in his personality. He was good in his heart. He was good in his soul. That's how he showed up as the way of integrity. How integrous are you? The question doesn't ask. This question doesn't ask. Sorry. Have you ever made mistakes? Of course, we're human. We all make mistakes. It means, how good are you to yourself and to others? Having integrity means that you are reliable and dependable, but it also means that if you don't have the bandwidth to take on another project or to help a friend this weekend, that you don't pretend like you do and then bail out in the last minute. That's lack of integrity. It's not honest to them. You are wearing a mask of agreeability. If you can't be dependent upon this weekend, be honest about it. Honest and transparency equals integrity. Oh, I lost a lot of people, and that's okay. Let me see. Hello, Majoria. Oh, let me start writing people back here. Let me say hello. Channel activity. Hello, hello, hello. Is it Marjoria? Hello. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. I was just reading this book, and I'm on the chapter The Way of Integrity. And the question is, how integrous are you? If you quit smoking and your partner asks you if you smoked when you were out with your friends and you lie about it, this is lack of integrity. If you're out with your friends and you speak poorly about your partner behind her or his back, this is lacking integrity. If you're flirting with someone because your spouse or partner isn't around to witness it, you are far from integrous. If you hide the truth or lie by omission, there is no integrity. If someone was abusing a position of power, that would mean they have little to no integrity. Whether the position is a police officer, CEO, world leader, yoga teacher, healer, physician, or anyone that holds power over any other, if they use their position to control, suppress, take advantage of, or manipulate others, then they lack integrity. When people come together and elect officials that actively treat women or minorities as less than equal, then society as a whole lacks the way of integrity. When beliefs and acts of sexism and racism are completely disregarded as a prerequisite to dismiss anyone from running for any kind of office or position of power, then we all lack integrity. What are you willing to dismiss or overlook because something serves your agenda, is directly equivalent to the amount of integrity that you do or do not have? Continuing to work for a person or an organization that lacks integrity means that you also lack integrity. If you look the other way, turn a blind eye, all of these behaviors occur because you lack integrity. And a person lacks integrity because they lack power. A lack of integrity means a lack of divine power. No one who is connected to their true divine power can ever be absent from living in the ways of integrity. So hopefully, I'm glad you're good, Majoria. I'm so glad that you're chiming in. And again, I'm just kind of reading this book that I pick up every once in a while. It's called The 20 Universal Ways of Oneness, taught by the spirit of an enlightened dog. It's so amazing. But anyway, I hope that I can encourage people out there to become a better person to themselves, and first, of course, because that's really where it starts, with being what does that say? Fortnite balls. I'm gay. I kidnapped acoustic kids. Little Moni's watching. Hits hard. Well, hey, whatever floats your boat. You know, I encourage you to have integrity, whatever it is that you're doing. Fortnite balls. Mason is a savage. You sound like one. Hopefully I can influence you to have more integrity in your life, because your life will become so much more abundant if we... Yeah, I do that every Saturday. Well, this is not something that you do every Saturday. This is something that you implement in your heart, in your life, in a way of life, is having integrity. Again, it's not something you do on a day that you pick out. You want to kind of, again, have this inside of you. So hopefully you can pick up something as I read to guide you and help you. So, when your true divine power flows through you, you can't lie, you can't steal, you can't cheat. This is for you, Mason. There's no way a divinely powerful person would ever lower the bar on themselves and settle for showing up in these ways. When you learn exactly how to connect to your true and holy essence, connect to your heart space and grow your inner divine light as described previously. This means that you are making the free will choice to connect to your power over your mental programs, emotional pain, fear, habits of lying, or anything else that represents your shadow self. I'm always getting these messages. Sorry. Let's see, you learn over time what it feels like to be powerful, and you learn the difference between power over force. When you are filled with the power of your light, you transform into a person of integrity. A person who has the way of integrity flowing through them is a person who is absent from the temptations and attractions to anything or anyone who doesn't also have integrity flowing through them. You will energetically be repelled by those who lack integrity. Oh, you listen, Mason? I hope you're listening in. You won't even be sexually attracted to another, no matter how sexy their physical vessel is. If they lack integrity, lacking integrity actually makes that person extremely unattractive to a person who lives in the way of integrity. So ultimately, you will only choose to unite with those that demonstrate the way of integrity. Those that are the way of integrity are the most trustworthy and dependable people around. You can rely on them to always get the job done. They are true to their impeccable word. Lies never form on their lips of integrous people. If a relationship is going south, they'll never ever use it as an excuse to practice infidelity. They'll cut ties and have full closure on the current relationship before ever even considering glancing at another outside of it. Remaining 100% faithful while committed is the way of integrity. Even if their partner was unfaithful, an integrous person would never turn around and cheat because their partner cheated. They simply would never lower themselves to those types of behaviors. And it's not because they believe they're superior. It's because in their own hearts, no matter how anybody else shows up, they themselves are not dishonest like that. They hold themselves, their choices, and their actions to the level of the divine. That's what it means to be in the way of integrity. So I hope, again, that some of you guys hop back in and take some of these tips and points to, again, to become more honest with yourself, number one. Well, good. Now you're not. Where'd you go? Integritous people are very selfish and selfless people. If they have symptoms of an illness, they will quarantine themselves and practice the necessary precautions to make sure they don't get others sick as well. No way a person of integrity have symptoms of a virus all week and then invite friends and family over for a barbecue on Sunday, as that would be out of integrity. They would never risk the chance of anyone else getting sick because of them. If the human race actually functioned in the way of integrity and a pandemic broke out, it would never be that big of a deal. Why? Because every single person would naturally be so extra cautious for the care and consideration of others. They would put others first. They would be honest if they had even subtle symptoms of any illness, so they wouldn't expose themselves or anyone. Hello, I'm reading a book, and the chapter I'm reading is The Way of Integrity. Let's see here. Someone living in the way of integrity is someone with divine incorruptibility and therefore never waives their sense of morality. I'm going to do a little test here. I'm going to see something. I'm going to stop reading and I'm going to just talk and see if anybody jumps on here. Hello, everybody out there. Look at the sunshine. Wow, I need to take a picture of this. Let me take a picture. Let's see if I can get this. Done. Save the photos. I wonder how I write back. Let's see. Hello. Just outside grounding. Feet on the ground. Look at this beautiful, beautiful day. Hello. Hi. I want to share this beautiful day with you. Who's on? Is this Mason? Did you jump back on, Mason? See how beautiful it is in oh, I don't want to really give my location, but I will share this beautiful moment with you. I'm outside grounding, clearing out some of my chakras and connecting to Mother Nature. Got a little time off work, and I'm just, hi. I hate to pronounce your name, Majoria. Good to have you back. I stopped reading because every time I started reading, everybody jumped off, so I want to share. Look how beautiful it is out here. Where are you from? Where are you located? Marjorie. That's what it is. Marjorie. Where are you located from? Where are you at? Look at that beautiful sun behind me. I'm just out here doing a little self-care, self-love. Oh, we got a few people jumping on. That's great. Hello. How about everybody tell me where they're from? I don't know if you listen to tarot readings. I do have a channel. It's called Aries Fire Guidance. I offer you to join in and listen to some of the readings sometimes if you're into that. I give guidance more than anything. So, wow. Look at the cherry blossom tree. They're everywhere. It's one of our seagulls. So, where are you from, Marjorie? What part of the world are you in? Oh, she left. Who's with me? Who's still with me? You know, it's so crazy how these lives are. If I was probably doing something crazy, I'd get a lot more people to jump on. But I'm just out in nature, enjoying this moment with Mother Nature. Yes, it's beautiful. And like I said, my feet are on the ground. I'm grounding, earthing, if you will. It's so good for our body, our energy centers. It's amazing. Oh, somebody's out there on the boat. I don't know if you guys can see that little boat. I'll tell you, in the summertime, we have a little cove over here, and a million boats line up out here on the weekends, like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and they party all weekend long. It's pretty cool to see. Who's with me? Who's staying on here? Hear that, but that was a robocall. Excuse me. Hello. Nobody wanted to listen to the book I was reading, so I just stopped reading, and now I'm just trying to interact with people. Who's on here? Tell me your name and where you're from. Whoa! Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Jump back on. Okay. Okay, so I am going to enjoy my day here since nobody really wants to talk. And I encourage you guys to get out into nature wherever you're at. Connect with Mother. Do a little grounding. Do some self-care. Spend time with self. It's essential for our growth, just life in general. How about take a look at this? So, I'm going to let you guys go. As I beat off, there's very large ants around. I got to watch out. They're very big ants. So, hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. It's about 4:30 where I'm at. And, yeah, look at that big tree. We have some pretty big trees in this neck of the woods. Who can guess where I'm at if I didn't say it? You guys aren't very talkative. There's only 2 people on here, but nobody's really saying anything. Mason, are you still on there? I'm looking at a little small bird.